Order number 3, messages. Order number 4, petitions. Order number 5, papers. Mr. Speaker, sir, we have several papers to be laid by the leader of majority party.
Honorable Leader of Majority, before we proceed, you can table the notice paper.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, I beg to table the following notice paper running from 10th to 11th June 2025, and today being Tuesday 10th June 2025 at 9:30 a.m. we have the following business. Honorable Speaker, we have the following papers to be read. That is the report of Auditor General on receiver of revenue for the year ended that is June 2024 by myself. I'll also be tabling the report of the Auditor General on the County Revenue Fund for the year ended that is June 2024. I'll also be tabling the report of the Auditor General, Nyandarua County Executive for the year ended that is June 2024. I'll also be tabling, Honorable Speaker, the report of the Auditor General on Nyandarua County, that is State and Public Officers Car Loan and Mortgage Scheme for the year ended 30th June 2024. And Honorable Speaker, I'll also be tabling the following report of the Auditor General on Orkarao Municipality for the year ended 30th June 2024. I'll also be tabling the report of the Auditor General on Nyandarua County Executive Emergency Fund for the year ended 30th June 2024. I'll also be tabling, Honorable Speaker, the report of the Auditor General on Bursary Fund for the year ended 30th June 2024. And lastly, I'll also be tabling the report of the Auditor General on Nyandarua County Climate Change Funds for the year ended 30th June 2024. There will also be another report of the Committee on Finance and Economic Planning and ICT on Nyandarua County Revenue Fund annual revenue statements for the financial year ended 30th June 2024, which is being sponsored by Honorable Zachary Mwangicheru, Chairperson, Committee on Finance. On notices of motion, Honorable Speaker, we'll be having a notice of motion on the report of the Committee of Finance and Economic Planning and ICT on the Nyandarua County Revenue Fund annual revenue statement for year ended 30th June 2024, being sponsored by Honorable Zachary Jeru, the Chairperson, Committee on Finance. On motions and bill, Honorable Speaker, we'll be having a motion on the report of the Committee of Agriculture, Livestock and Fisheries on budget implementation for the year, financial year 2023-2024, being sponsored by Honorable Paul Keruka, Borough Chairperson, Committee on Agriculture and Livestock. We'll also be having another motion on the adoption of the report of the RADS, Physical Planning and Urban Development, on the report of the RADS, Physical Planning and Urban Development on the status of titling of public land in the county, and the survey of the public land meant for public amenities, including roads and their reserves, which will be sponsored by Honorable John Dugashino, Chairperson, Committee of RADS and Physical Planning. Honorable Speaker, today, being a Tuesday at afternoon hours, that is from 2:30 p.m., Honorable Speaker, will be having the following business. We'll be having a paper, that is the report of House Business Committee on the restructuring of sectoral committees in accordance with the Gazette notice on the organization of the County Executive Department, sponsored by yourself, Honorable Samuel Shegega. Will be also on notice of motion. Honorable Speaker, we'll be having a notice of motion on the report of the House Business Committee on the structuring of sectoral committee in accordance with the Gazette notice on the reorganization of county executive departments, sponsored by yourself, that is the Deputy Speaker, Vice Chair of the House Business Committee. We'll also be having another notice of motion on the report of the Committee on Youth Affairs, Sports and Arts on the departmental budget implementation report for the financial year 2023-2024, sponsored by Honorable Joseph Kuriezu, Chairperson, Committee on Sports and Youth Empowerment. Honorable Speaker, still on notices of motion, we'll be having the notice of motion on the report of the Committee on Health Services on the JM Kariuki Memorial, County Referral Hospital Level 4, Annual Report and Financial Statement for the year ended 30 June 2024, sponsor being Paul Geshe, Obaida Chairperson, Committee on Health Services. Honorable Speaker, we'll also be having on motions and bills, we'll also be having a motion on the report of the Committee on Finance and Economic Planning and ICT on Nyandarua County Receiver of Revenue Have report and financial statement for the period ended that was June 2024. Sponsor being Honorable Zachary Mwagijeru, Chairperson, Committee on Finance and Economic Planning. Honorable Speaker, tomorrow being at Wednesday, 11th June at 9:30 a.m., we'll be having the following business. We'll be having a report of the Committee on Finance, Economic Planning and ICT on Nyandarua County Revenue Fund, half-year report and financial statement for year ended 31st December 31st, 2024, sponsor being Honorable Zachary Mwagijeru, Chairperson, Committee of Finance and Economic Planning. Honorable Speaker, we'll also be having the following report on the Committee on Public Service Administration and Devolution on budget implementation for the year ended 2023-2024, being sponsored by Honorable Edna Wabu Kingori, Chairperson, Committee on Public Service. On notices of motion, we'll be having the following notice of motion on the report of the Committee on Finance, Economic Planning and ICT on Nyandarua County Revenue Fund, half-year report and financial statement for year ended 31st December 2024, sponsored by Honorable Zachary Mwagijeru, Chairperson, Committee on Finance and Economic Planning. We'll also be getting another notice of motion on empowerment and enhancement of emergency response service program, sponsor being Honorable James Mwangi Gishuke, Minority Leader and MCA Engineer Ward. On statements, Honorable Speaker, we'll be having a statement on the status of quality and safety of potatoes in Nyandarua County, which will be sponsored by the sponsor being Honorable Catherine Nyawira Madenge, County Member from Kirita. On motions and bills, we'll be having the following motion on report of the House Business Committee on the restructuring of sectoral committee in accordance with the Gazette notice in the reorganization of county executive, sponsor being Deputy Speaker, that is yourself, who happens to be the House, the Vice Chair person, House Business Committee. We'll also be having a motion on the report of the Committee on Youth Affairs, Sports and Arts, on the Departmental Budget Implementation Report for financial year 2023-2024, sponsor being Joseph Kuria, Chairperson, Committee of Sports, Youth Empowerment. Tomorrow at 2:30 p.m., Honorable Speaker, we'll be having the following business. That is, we'll be having a report of the Committee on Education, Children, Gender Affairs, Culture and Social Services, Nyandarua County Bursary Fund quarterly report and financial statement for the period ended 31st March 2025. Sponsor being Peter Dagadongo Kamau, Chairperson, Committee on Education, Children and Gender Affairs. We'll also be getting another report of the Committee on Public Service Administration and Devolution on annual report of County Public Service Board for the year 2024. Sponsor being Honorable Edna Wabu Kingori, Chairperson, Committee on Public Service and Administration. We'll be getting, Honorable Speaker, we'll also be getting another report on the Committee on Special Funds accounts on request for approval of spending from the emergency fund in the first half of the financial year 2024-2025, and sponsor will be Peter Dejikiriga, Chairperson, Committee on Special Funds. On notices of motion, Honorable Speaker, we'll be having a notice of motion on the report of the Committee on Special Funds accounts on the request for approval of spending from emergency fund in the first half of the financial year 2024-2025, sponsored by Peter Dejikiriga, Chairperson, Committee on Special Funds account. Honorable Speaker, lastly, that is tomorrow, In the afternoon hours, we'll be having on motions and bills. Honorable Speaker, we'll be getting a motion of the report of the Committee on Health Services on the JM Karaoke Memorial County Referral Hospital level for hospital annual report and financial statements for the year ended, that is June 2024, being sponsor being Paul Geshe Wabeire, Chairperson Committee on Health Services. Honorable Speaker, this notice paper is prepared and published pursuant to starting orders 40 and 41, and I hereby table the said notice paper. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Mr. Speaker, sir.
What is it, Honorable Steve?
I wanted before the Honorable Majority Leader tables, I think we had one amendment because I'm a member of the House Business Committee on change of quorum, which has not been included in the order paper. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
I will give the guidance before the end of the session. Let's proceed. The notice has been duly tabled. Next order.
Mr. Speaker, sir, order number 5 on papers. We have several papers to be led by Honorable Mwangi Nyaga, the leader of Majority Party.
Honorable Elijah Ginyaga, Majority Leader and member for Kaibaga, proceed.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I beg to table the following 8 reports from the Auditor General, and one being the report of Auditor General on receiver of revenue for a year ended that is June. I'll also be tabling county revenue. That is the report of Auditor General on county revenue fund for a year ended that is June 2024. I'll also be tabling the report of Auditor General on Nyandarua County Executive for the year ended 30 June 2024. I'll also be tabling Nyandarua County Executive, that is State and Public Officers car loan and mortgage scheme fund for the year ended 30 June. I'll also be tabling another report from Auditor General on Olokarau Municipality for the year ended 30 June 2024. And still, Honorable Speaker, I'm also tabling the report of Auditor General on Nyandarua County Emergency Fund for the year ended 30 June 2024. And I'm also tabling the report of Auditor General on Bursary Fund for the year ended 30 June 2024. And lastly, also be tabling the report of Auditor General on Nyandarua County Climate Change Fund for the year ended 30 June 2024. And I hereby table the said reports.
The several papers has been duly tabled, and I refer them as follows. The report of the Auditor General on receiver of revenue for the year ended 30th June 2024. I refer the report to the Committee on County Public Accounts and Investments to report back to the House on or before 11th August 2025 in accordance with the Constitution of Kenya 2010. A report of the Auditor General on County Revenue Fund for the year ended 30th June 2024. I refer the report to the Committee on County Public Accounts and Investments to report back to the House on or before 11th August 2025 in accordance with the Constitution of Kenya 2010. Report of the Auditor General on Nyandarua County Executive for the year ended 30th June 2024. I refer the report to the Committee on County Public Accounts and Investments to report back to the House on or before 11th August 2025 in accordance with the Constitution of Kenya 2010. On the report of the Auditor General on Nyandarua County Executive, State and Public Officers Car Loan and Mortgage Scheme Fund for the year ended 30th June 2024, I refer the report to the Committee on County Public Accounts and Investments to report back to the House on or before 11th of August 2025 in accordance with the Constitution of Kenya 2010. On the report of the Auditor General on Orkarao Municipality for the year ended 30th June 2024, I refer the report to the Committee on County Public Accounts and Investments to report back to the House on or before 11th August 2025 in accordance with the Constitution of Kenya 2010. On the report of the Auditor General on Nyandarua County Executive Emergency Fund for the year ended 30th June 2024, I refer the report to the Committee on County Public Accounts and Investments to report back to the House on or before 11th August 2025 in accordance with the Constitution of Kenya 2010. On the report of the Auditor General on Bursary Fund for the year ended 30th June 2024, I refer the report to the Committee on County Public Accounts and Investments to report back to the House on or before 11th August 2025 in accordance with the Constitution of Kenya 2010. On the report of the Auditor General on Nyandarua County Climate Change Fund for the year ended 30th June 2024, I refer the report to the Committee on County Public Accounts and Investments to report back to the House on or before 11th August 2025 in accordance with the Constitution of Kenya 2010. Next order.
Mr. Speaker, sir, still under the order of papers, we have a report to be tabled by Honorable Zachary Mwanginjeru, the Chairperson, Committee on Finance, Economic Planning and ICT.
Honorable Zachary Mwanginjeru. Any member on behalf? I refer the said report to the House Business Committee for resurgery. Next order.
Order number 6 under notices of motion. Following your directions, we proceed to order number 7 on statements. We have a statement response to be given by Honorable Edina Duambogo Kingori, the Chairperson, Committee on Public Service, Administration and Devolution.
Honorable Edina Duambogo Kingori. Anybody any member on behalf of Honorable Chair?
Chair.
Yes, Honorable Ibrahim.
I'm seeking a clarification because as per the notice paper, I think he's supposed to be giving the statement in the afternoon. If we can correct the check on the notice paper.
I refer the business back to the House Business Committee for rescheduling. Next order.
Mr. Speaker, sir, on order number 8, we have motions and bills. We have a motion to be moved by Honorable Paul Kirukamburu, the Chairperson, Committee on Agriculture, Livestock and Fisheries.
Honorable Paul Kirukamburu, Chairperson, Committee on Agriculture, Livestock and Fisheries, and member for Charagita Ward. Proceed.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker, for giving me this chance so that I can go through report on budget implementation for the Department of Agriculture, Livestock and Fishery for the financial year 2023-2024. Mr. Speaker, I will start with summary, executive summary. This report represents a detailed analysis of the 12 years 2024-2025 budget allocation, implementation, progress for the Department of Agriculture, Livestock and Fishery in Nyandarua County. It is reflect on key aspects including budget absorption, project implementation, extension services, program outcome and procurement issues. The Committee on Agriculture, Livestock and Fishery scrutinized the response provided by the department and made specific observation with a view to propose actionable recommendation to enhance accountability and services delivery. Mr. Speaker, sir, on acknowledgement, Mr. Speaker, sir, the Committee on Agriculture, Livestock and Fishery Development is one of the sectoral committee with a very critical role in our county. We appreciate the honorable member for diligently executing the mandate of representation and oversight. I also wish to thank the Office of the Speaker and the Clerk for facilitating the committee and offering relevant technical expertise through the Secretariat in pursuing the principal mandate. I extend my appreciation to the members of the committee for their commitment. I believe that we shall continue to execute our mandate with diligence and goodwill for the benefit of our electorate. Finally, Mr. Speaker, sir, it is my pleasure and duty on behalf of the committee to present this report. Mr. Honorable Speaker, the Committee on Agriculture, Livestock and Fishery is one of the sectoral committee established and are standing under number 200 of Nyandarua County Assembly orders. And further, Mr. Speaker, the committee is subjected all areas stimulated in the 4th schedule of standing order and borrowed from 4th schedule of Constitution of Kenya and County Government Act 2012, including all matters related to agriculture, including crop, animal husbandry, veterinary services, including regulation of professionals, livestock sales, plant and animal disease control and welfare, including licensing of dog at the facility for accommodation and care of animals. On the committee composition, we have 9 members. I'm the chairperson, and our vice chair is Mirka Nemura. We have a member, Samuel Madhu. Another member is Nyawera Madenge, Benson Kialie, Peter Denji, Honorable Ruben Getau Karanja, Sasha Amai, and finally Kalani Wangoi Jarara. And our secretary is Miss Alice N. Kemani. Mr. Speaker, on background, the Department of Agriculture, Livestock and Fishery is arm of the county government tasked with driving food security, agribusiness, work and rural livelihoods. In financial year 24-25, the department received significant allocation to support programs including artificial insemination, that is air input subsidy, extension subsidies, and mechanization. However, challenges related to procurement, absorption, staffing, and coordination of program have affected performance. In the report evaluated this dynamic with an aim of strengthening oversight of agricultural, livestock, and fishery development program. Now, Mr. Speaker, we go to analysis and discussion. Number one, budget absorption 2023-2024. Recurrent absorption was 67%, and although I wonder how come that the recurrent was not able, they were not able to absorb all recurrent, and bear in mind their mind thinks about the recurrent. Number two, on development, the absorption was 65.9, and the key bottleneck, no release of June exchequer, sub-project under-referred despite available fund, and interruption in pyrethrm procurement due to vendor documentation issues. Number two, artificial insemination program. Mr. Speaker, total service administered to was 10,736. August, that is from August to 2024 to May 2025. The revenue collected, Mr. Speaker, was Kenya shillings were 4 million.1, and charges was delaying. Charges delayed fuel despite world budget omission, farmer training gaps, and political interference. Number three, input distribution and crop survival. Mr. Speaker, maize, vegetable, and apple crops reported 85% survival, whereby pyrethrm 68 affected by erratic rains. Livestock programs show that 90% survival with high productivity among heifer, goat, pig, and chicken. And Mr. Speaker, economic tracking and yield estimation, market price, and input propagation indicates. Number four, extension services and staffing. Total farmers received over 15,000 via various extension modes. The extension staff deficiency, only 71 with agriculture officer against the requirement of 25 ward agricultures, so that each and every ward can have at least one. Staffing gap noted across engineering, agrobusiness, and soil and nutrition roles. Number five, AMS mechanization program. The revenue was through that program, that is agriculture machinery services, was 1.34 million. The operating cost was 7.29 million. Cost services include rad prep and water pans. Mr. Speaker, station debate on revolving fund and sustainability remains a concern due to fuel shortage and machinery downtime. And we go to number 6, soil testing and laboratory use. We had 2.2 million budgeted for renovation in 2026, utilized due to lack of equipment and technical staff. So, Mr. Speaker, sir, I think although we budgeted on this, we do not have people who are supposed to do that technical work, and it is high time now the county government to realize on that so that we can have those people on the ground to help our farmers. Number 7, procurement and delivery delays. Many procurements classified as a recurrent. Food book opened in third quarter, leaving to late executions. Plan and a way of refine and development of early procurement. And the Pyredan procurement stalled due to non-compliant bidder corrective measure, detailed and evaluation inspection record. Mr. Speaker, sir, you know some of these projects that we have in county government, as far as agriculture is concerned, they are saying they are recurrent. And now it is high time we change these as a recurrent up to development, because when they are telling us we start this project at the half of the year, that's why we see many things are not happening. So it is high time the department to change this. We continue to our fighting. Mr. Speaker, sir, committee fighting. Number 1, budget observation in year 2023-24. Observation. The department observed 67 of the recurrent budget and 65.9 on the development budget. So you can realize more than 30% of the budget was not implemented. Where the absorption was relative average, the committee noted that some projects were not implemented or paid for due the non-disbursement of June exchequer and procurement delays. Additionally, some supply failed to deliver despite procurement being concluded, contributing a low development absorption issue. Mr. Speaker, poor timing and classification of procurement may, under the recurrent vote, delayed implementation. These stations was combated by unreliable supply performance and fiscal through disruption. Committee remarks. The committee experienced concern over the persistent and other position of allocated fund due to affordable administration bottleneck, including delayed procurement and errors on recurrent classification. The committee urged the department to work closely with the county treasury to declassify eligible expenditure and development food and ensure food books are opened in good time. Furthermore, the department should establish a supply performance track mechanism to reduce project implementation risk. Committee finding number 2, artificial insemination, that is a program implementation observation. The AI program recorded of 10,007.36 insemination across 25 comparative between August 2024 to March 2023, which revenue correction was, as I said earlier, 4.2 million. The program shows a strong demand update and however, gaps in area implementation was noted due to lack of fuel and budget allocation in some wards. Some comparative, notable Umoja, daily comparative in Daragwa have yet to receive operational support. Political interference and competition from private providers also created program distortion. The issue on the issue where a program is impactive. It suffers from inconsistent facilitation, delay implementation of some ward. Mr. Speaker, some ward were not able to receive any services, and because of budgetary planning, this risk threatening sustainability and equitable access across the county. So we need each and every ward to be allocated enough money so that our farmer can benefit with this AI services program. Committee remarks. The committee comments the AI program for its update and revenue generation, but raises concern over its inconsistent implementation across board. The committee urged the department to harmonize planning with the ward level budget and ensure timely disbursement of operational support, including fuel. Mr. Speaker, and also political interference and stakeholder engagement gap must be addressed through structured outreach and comparative accountability mechanism so that this program can go without any delay. Committee finding input, distribution, and services late. Observation: the department distributed a range of crop and livestock input will generate higher service rates. Maize vegetable, seeds, apple, and avocado, the rate was 85 to 90. Pyrethrum, 68, affected by poor rainfall and subsequent flooding. Sometimes rain may go down or it may rain more, so it goes destroying pyrethrum. Livestock over 95 survive high, productive observed in the heifer, dairy goat and chicken. So you can see, and also pig, you can see the rate of animals in Nyandarua County is doing well. So I urge the executive to put more effort on livestock. The issue, we go to pyrethrum. Pyrethrum performance was not well due to environmental factor and weak initial planning, where survival and productivity were promising systemic tracking of long-term economic impact and remain limited. Committee remark: the committee noted with appreciation the high services and survival and productivity of distribution input. However, the raw performance of pyrethrum highlight the need for agro-climate risk mitigation and tight monitoring. And the committee called for robust track framework to evaluate the long-term economic value of this intervention and guide future in targeting. We go to number 4 on community fighting, external services and human resource gap. Observation: extension service reached over 15,000 farmers through the field day demonstrations, training, balaza and farm visit. However, the department suffers significant staffing shortage. Mr. Speaker, you know, in this department we have so many people who are getting their retirement, and the county government have not yet started employing new generation to fix the problem. Only 17 have agriculture officers out of 25, as I said earlier. Several critical roles, we do not have engineers, officer, lab technician remain unfilled. Some staff are nearing retirement, as I said, without clear succession plan. The issue, the staffing deficit, undermine the reach and quality of extension services. It is also threaten institutional memory and reduce the department's capacity to deliver and increasing farmers' demand. Committee remarks. The committee is armed by the staffing gap across the extension system, especially at the ward level. The committee recommends urgent recruitment and succession plan and targeted investment in technical personnel to support program delivery and extension coverage. On number 5, committee finding on agriculture mechanism service that is AMS mechanization services observation. AM service Nyahururu served only 98 farmers and generated 1,000,037 in revenue, that is 2023-2024. However, the cost of operations stood at over 7.2 million. Key challenges including fuel shortage, machinery breakdown, and reliance of revolving fund raise. Despite this, our stations support soil conservation, irrigation, and climate-resilient farming. So, Mr. Speaker, it is not good. We have these tractors that are supposed to help our farmers. And we have so many farmers in Nyandarua. And in a year, only 98 farmers benefited with this machine. And yet, each and every time we budget on the issue. So, it is high time now the government to wake up and do something so that our farmers can benefit through this machinery, because it is help to increase the production of crops in the farmers. Issue: operational deficiency reflect structure insufficient and underfunding of mechanization. Without consistent support, AMs cannot scale services or contribute meaningfully to agriculture modernization. Committee remarks: the committee acknowledges that the value of AM is advanced mechanized agriculture. However, the high operating deficiency raises concern about sustainability. The committee recommends tracking operations of the revolving fund and invest in equipment repair to expand services reach and revenue potential. So we need now the department to add more effort and make sure this machine work each and every day and help our farmers. Number 6, soil testing and laboratory renovation. The committee observation: the department allocate 2.5 million for the financial year 2025 budget for renovation and equipping for the soil testing laboratory. However, the lab remain underutilized due to equipment gaps and technical staff shortage. We do not have people who are supposed to do these soil test in our county, and yet you are saying we are in Nyandarua county, where we say each and every time we are farmers, and yet our farmers are not getting the right fertilizer to apply when planting so that they can have high yield. Dry operationalizations undermines significant farming practice, particularly soil fertility, mapping, and crop sustainability analysis. Committee recommend the committee support the planning investment in the soil laboratory due to emphasize the need of swift implementation. The committee urged the department to complete, innovate, deploy qualified staff, and integrate the lab into extension program to enhance soil health and productivity. As we continue to committee finding, number 7, procurement classification and timing. The department cited delay of procurement as a key case of poor project delivery. The many times were classified as a recurrent fault, limited and time fault, limiting timely access to fund. This affects procurement timelines, supply performance, and absorption rate. As I said, Mr. Speaker, you know, when you are supplying seed, they are saying that is recurrent. That is why they are saying they are not able to deliver as timely, because of maybe they are supposed to start doing this at the quarter or of the year. Two-thirds of the year. The issue: improper classification of project determined implementation efficiency are result for next financial year. So the farmers are not benefiting with that, because when we budget something and they don't see anything, they are complaining. Mr. Speaker, sir, we go to number 8, pyrethrum procurement and seedling quality. The department faced significant challenges into procurement of pyrethrum planting material. The supply was disqualified for failing to touch a mandatory document in the IFMES system, where allegation of forged documents were raised. Subsequently, verification confirmed that the procurement process proceeded with alternative supply. However, pyrethrum survival rate stood at 68%. 68%. The issue is procurement inconsistency and areas of rainfield agriculture undermine projects such as the lack of farm engage or with carry further weakened seed quality assurance mechanism. Committee remarks. The committee expressed concern over the inconsistency in the procurement process for pyrethrum materials. The department should institute strong pre-qualification measures, improve documentation handling with IFMIS, and prioritize formal engagement with certified charters institutions to ensure access of viable climate-resistant planting material, so that we can have pyrethrum that we seeding that can last more than 10 years to benefit our farmers. Number 9, monitoring and evaluation framework. Each program reportedly has its own monitoring structure, but no unfilled country-level M&E framework exists to track outcomes systematically across the intervention. Issue framework: M&E limited evidence-based decision-making resources targeting the performance accountability. Committee remarks. The committee emphasized the need for integrated ME framework to enhance feasibility program impact. The department should develop and field result matrix linked to budget lines and key performance indicator across the sector. Mr. Speaker, now we go to recommendation, and the following recommendations should be implemented within 60 days, so that we can see changes in this department. Number 1, recommendation number 1, Mr. Speaker, the department should urgently reclassify suitable agriculture procurements, such as input, distribution, and seed subsidy, from recurrent to development expenditure. This will facilitate early forward book opening, improve procurement timeline, and increase budget absorption, particularly for projects prone to delays due to the recurrent classification. Number 2, recommendation number 2, Mr. Speaker, award specific implementation plan for the artificial insemination AI program should develop to ensure equitable coverage, timely allocation for fuel, steep, and comparative accountability. This includes harmonizing of AI budget at the world level and address logistic and operation gap with high service continuity. Number 3, the department should establish centralized tracking system to monitor the update and survival and economic impact of distribution input. The system should generate a periodic report of informed decision making, ensure value of money, and guide further for targeting both crop and livestock intervention. Number 4, Mr. Speaker, the CBC, that is County Public Service Board, should take immediate action to address staff gapping with the extension services. The department should prioritize the recruitment of one agriculture officer and key technical personnel, including engineer, agronomist, and monitoring officers, while implementing a succession plan to retire staff and maintain institution continuity. Number 5, Mr. Speaker, to enhance the sustainability of mechanization services, the department should repair and maintain key machinery at AMS Nyahururu and also in Jabine to ensure year-round fuel availability. The revolving fund must be operationalized effectively, enabling timely and services provided and increased revenue generation from expanded farm outreach and also a farmer with benefit. Number 6, soil testing laboratory should be renovated and fully equipped using the allocated budget with qualified staff deployed to ensure operationalizations. The lab should be targeted to extension services and promote to a farmer to support soil fertility management and climate-resistant agriculture. Mr. Speaker, on number 7 now, the department should adopt annual procurement calendar to guide timely extension of project and reduce link to food book opening. A supply tracking system should also be introduced to ensure compliance with the procurement standard and improve accountability in project delivery. Now, on number 8, the department must formalize partnership with the certified seed production such as CARO to guarantee access to high-quality planting material, particularly for specialized crop like pyrethrum and pyrethrum. It should also plan to improve distribution based on agroclimate data to improve crop establishment and minimize loss due to erratic weather. Number 9, and finally number 9, Mr. Speaker, and field monitoring and evaluation framework should be developed, institutionalized across our program. This framework should include clear performance indicators and aligned to county annual development priority to enable consistent tracking of outcome, resources effectiveness, and program adjustment. Okay, Mr. Speaker, on conclusion, the Committee on Agricultural Livestock has critically reviewed 2024-2025 budget implementation status of Department of Agricultural Livestock Artificially, well commendable progress has been made in areas such as artificial insemination, livestock production, and farm outreach. Several challenges persist. Notable in procurement efficiency, staffing gap, mechanization support, and program monitoring. These constraints continue to hide the department capacity of full deliver on its mandate and maximize the impact of public investment in agriculture. The committee urged the department to implement recommendations contained in this report with the agency at the regions, and further recommend that follow-up evaluation to conducted mid-year to ensure progress made. Strengthening institutional capacity, accountability framework, and the technical execution will be essential for achieving sound sustainable agriculture growth and improving livelihood across the country. That is conclusion, Mr. Speaker. I think I don't have much to say because this report is very clear, and that is what we have on the ground, and especially honorable members, especially those who are elected, know what is the challenges that they are getting in as far as environment is concerning, the issue of pyrethrum, the issue of AI. Now, in Nyandarua County, we need to improve AI services. At least we have at least 4 AI providers in each and every ward, so that our farmers can get these services and improve our animals. And when we improve our animal, we increase our production. And when we increase our production in our farm, we get good economy, and we have good economy. We have something in your pocket. And Mr. Speaker, without much ado, I would like to call my vice chairman to second. Vice person to second.
Honorable Milka Nyambura, the Vice Chair, Committee on Agriculture, proceed.
Mr. Speaker, I second.
The motion is duly moved and seconded. I now propose the question, which is that this House does adopt the report of the Committee on Agriculture, Livestock and Fisheries on the budget implementation for the financial year 2023-2024 as a report of the House, and the recommendations therein as the resolutions of the House. Debate. Honorable Elijah Nyaga, Majority Leader.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, I think there are very pertinent issues that have been touched by the committee. And let me just first start by congratulating the committee for coming up with a good report. Indeed, Honorable Speaker, you know, Nyandarua, the backbone of Nyandarua is agriculture and livestock. So this is an area that we cannot make assumption that we just overlook some of these issues that have been touched by the said committee. Honorable Speaker, on matters of staffing, there is a critical area, Honorable Speaker, that needs to be addressed. You know, Honorable Speaker, the Ministry of Agriculture, Agriculture and Livestock, even before we got devolution, that is back in 2012, it is one of the ministries that was understaffed, because the last time that we got staffs getting employed was back in 1987. And so if you look at those people who are employed in 1987, you'll find that most of them are already retiring. And this is now the cropping issue, which has caught up with the county, that yes, that is true facts. The last time, before devolution, the last time that members of the livestock department and agriculture, they were employed back in 1988. So we have, this is why there is a big gap, Honorable Speaker, within the county, because most of the members, most of our employees are on the retiring age. So as the committee have recommended, the staffing gap should be addressed. And as much as we are also employing nurses, clinical officers, and doctors, this is also another critical area that needs to be addressed on matters of staffing. Honorable Speaker, I want to affirm and confirm that when we invest in good quality seeds, results becomes better. This year, Honorable Speaker, you know, most of the wards, most of the members of the county assembly had put some amount for quality seeds. And Honorable Speaker, the report that we are getting from the farmers is that indeed we delivered the quality seats and they are doing very well. So when the committee recommends that we formalize the partnership between those people who are supplying the quality seats, I agree with them 100% that the partnership should be formalized. Honorable Speaker, I think prudence calls that we cannot keep on losing money. It's either we do away with it or we improve the AM services. Honorable Speaker, from the report we have gotten from the member, from the report from the Department of the Committee of Agriculture, you have found that it is total loss. We inject over 7.8 million, but we are recouping back 1.3 million. Honorable Speaker, indeed, if this will be the trend, I don't think it is wise to keep on investing on AMS. Either way, we must look at the loopholes. Where are the gaps? So that we don't keep on investing and putting our money whereby we are getting losses. Honorable Speaker, there is also another very pertinent issue on reporting. The committee have recommended that we must have a well-defined policy on monitoring and evaluation. Because, Honorable Speaker, you know, we are investing a lot of money in that department. A case in point, I have seen how they have analyzed on matters of AI and the results. My wish, my recommendation would have been, when we are getting the report back on what we have invested in terms of AI services, let it come as per ward so that I can know, being very specific. Kaipaga ward, we have invested this. We did put this much on AI. What are the results? And because the results are very measurable, because the results for AI is the curves that we are getting. You don't, there is no other way that you can say it is successful. We need to have an evaluation whereby we are getting results as per ward, so that you can also be very specific. As member of that ward, when you are traversing within your ward, you are able to say that we have gotten out of the AI services that are subsidized, we have been able to get 10, 20, or 100 cabs within a year. It will be a worth investment. As they are reporting, let them also cascade to the ward level, other than just saying in the whole county, this is exactly what we are getting. I'm happy because we have invested as a county. We have invested in very sustainable projects, and I'm happy because I've seen Honorable Geshe is here. This week, I saw in his FB page accepting and pushing on the agenda of the avocado project. I was so happy. I was so happy because when we see that indeed what we are investing in, the results are coming up in the right way, we are very much happy. So I want to commend the government and the executive and the members of the county assembly, because indeed they are coming up with projects which are also very much sustainable. Though I've heard that we have been having a problem with the Paradram project, but on AI services, the Apple project and the avocado, these are life-changing projects which can put money in our pocket. And in this, I'm glad and happy with the report, but it shouldn't just be a report that should be put on the shelf of our archives, but we should fast track, because this is the backbone, and this is the backbone that will propel Nyandarua to the next level if we fast track and follow the project and follow the report and implement the recommendation that have been given therein. Thank you, Mr. Speaker, and I really support the
Honorable Paul Gichewabaire, member for Kipipiri.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I will start where Majority Leader has just left, that the agriculture is the backbone of not only our county but even the entire nation. And this has been said day in, day out. And I'm happy that in our debate we must repeat the same. I sincerely thank the committee for the work they have done, and especially in their observation and the recommendation they have given. And when you go to their recommendation, Mr. Speaker, they have identified some serious issues. The serious issues that have been identified is like number 4, the CPSB should take immediate action to address staffing gaps within the extension services. The department should prioritize the recruitment of ward agricultural officers and key technical personnel, including engineers, agronomists, and monitoring officer, while implementing a succession plan for retiring staff to maintain institutional continuity. By that recommendation itself, the committee is telling the House and the county that we are unable to undertake serious business in agriculture. The hindrance is staffing. And that is why I don't want to preempt the debate on the pesticide and the potatoes of Nyandarua, how they are from the media. I'm yet to comment from the issue because if we don't have agronomists, if we don't have people who can tell us what is happening, then we can reliably now be fed by other avenues. And that is now something that is serious. When especially we talk of having the agriculture as the backbone of our county. The priority of our government, and of course the Change Manifesto, because we are guided by the better and the Change Manifesto, it should be about how to make agriculture working. In another debate that will be brought about by Honorable Catherine Nyawira about the potatoes, we will be able to delve in much, because we know even the serious investment by this government, the seed multiplication. And when you go to number 6, the soil testing laboratory should be innovated. You see this recommendation. At this juncture, they will tell you that more is or need to be done in our agriculture sector. Soil testing. Why is soil testing? Because we need to know how to manage our soil fertility management and climate resilient agriculture when we do the soil testing. Mr. Speaker, I don't want to maybe probe all of this, but when they are doing their conclusion, they are telling you that while commendable progress has been made in areas such as artificial insemination, livestock productivity, farmer outreach, several challenges persist. Notably, there is that man-made problem, procurement efficiency. You have the money, you cannot be able to procure, and it needs to be healed. You have a budget, that one needs to be healed, because right now we are almost closing this financial year, and in our next reporting it will be told we were unable to procure, yet there was funds provided. There was sufficient funds. So, Mr. Speaker, you see, the issue of staffing up, as I have addressed, the mechanization support, and even the program monitoring. Like now, you find that we have very serious program and projects that are in partnership with even the non-government organization, the donors. But you find that nobody is giving us the output, the results. What have we achieved as a county? What have we achieved as a department? What is our, for example, Mr. Speaker, let me cite for the AI. Artificial insemination. What is the aim of the AI? It is to change the breed so that our farmers may have sufficient milk, enough milk they can sell. If you are doing 1 liter, you can do 3, 4. And now, when it was enrolled, we should know by now, like now, the AI services that we have given out, like 5,000, we have served 5,000. We have, from when it started, we have how many heifers? We also need to know the quality of heifers produced, because we may also be saying we have the AI, but we don't have the good breeds there. So the monitoring and the evaluation and those programs ought to be done, so that we can see whether we have the value for money. Honorable Majority Leader was arguing that we have a seed capital, that we put a seed capital, but the output, it varies. So it leaves us questioning, what are we doing? Yes, the government is not there to make profit. Neither the government is not there to make loss. So we should have a balance. We should strike a balance. So, Mr. Speaker, this is a good approach by the committee, such that they are not anti or pro-government. They are providing the real issue, the problem that need to be addressed, so that our county can now move. It can move to higher level. So, Mr. Speaker, as I support this, is to say that I love the spirit that the governor has in this department. The other time I saw him launching the Super Napier, and the Super Napier that was left. At least you see the other, most of it dried up because of bad weather. But the one that was left, I can say we are doing quite good, because I am a farmer there, and it is doing quite good. Also, the avocado, not avocado, the AI, I have served mine, my animals there, I have served. I'm yet to see what kind of animal will come out. I am a consumer of that services, but of course I need to clarify that I pay through the avenues that have been set. There was also another issue of apple. Apple, we are not yet to know how far we have gone, because some of these apple were flowering at very early stage, and only the small fruit came out, some of those. But we are yet to establish whether, because we are eating for 1 year, it was 1 year, we had to wait 1 year, so that we can have this apple. And also, what Majority Leader is saying, I wanted to correct him on this house, that yes, indeed, I am doing some avocado, but I want to distance myself from county. Either way, it is not county, it is my own initiative, my own effort. Maybe the bigger project that will be coming up this financial year could be avocado. And if it is coming, then I will welcome it. Because last weekend I sold the 5,000. I sold the avocado, and I still have some. We can also share with them, Mr. Speaker. So, Mr. Speaker, what I want to say is that agriculture is the next big thing for this country, And if we can manage our agriculture here at Nyandarua, the cost of production is almost zero. Not to mean zero, but it is little compared to other counties. We are endowed, actually we are endowed with good climate, with good soils. We can do better. So we need this, our government to prioritize this such that we commercialize our agriculture, such that we have money in our pocket. This is an area that we can even diversify. For avocado, Chair, I can tell you, when Nyandarua is doing avocado here, Muranga and Kiambu, there are no avocados. So we will fetch good prices. They are seasonal there. Ours, the season that we are having avocado, because I'm selling to people from Kiambu, who later export, they are telling us that in Nyandarua we have favorable weather conditions, such that you can be having your avocado where Muranga and Kiambu they are not. So we can diversify. It is not about even potato only. We can even do bananas. They are doing quite well, the avocado. And of course, if Engineer Kayani was here, I could ask him, but he could not know about the climate change and how it connects with the bananas and avocado. So thank you, Mr. Speaker, and I support.
Honorable Steve Matimo.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, for granting me this opportunity to support the report by the Agriculture Committee. One, I would wish to really thank the committee led by Honorable Keruka for the good work that you are doing in this department. Mr. Speaker, in almost all our entries in Nyandarua, if you happen to come from Nyahururu, there's a very big signpost just past Nyahururu town. And if you happen to be coming from Gilgil, around a place called Roriondo, around Simba Primary, again there's another big signpost there. And in that signpost, you find very beautiful words that we feed the nation. The big question remains, do we feed the nation? From what we've just received from this report, it's more than meets the eye, Mr. Speaker. And one is this issue of procurement. I think it has been something that we've really repeated time and again, that we should have timely procurement of each and everything that is in the budget. But you've seen from the beautiful report that has been done by this Committee of Agriculture, there's a lot of delay and absorption in this department. And the worst part of it, Mr. Speaker, is they're saying most of what they procure is recurrent. And you know very well that after a financial year, most of the recurrent expenses, they're never carried forward, Mr. Speaker. So we'd wish, like what they've been advised by the committee, let them come up with a formula whereby they will be doing procurement of these services early enough. The other issue, Mr. Speaker, is on the things that we carry on as a county. The first year, we came with Spanepia, and the song in every mouth in Nyandarua was Spanepia, Spanepia, Spanepia. After planting, we all go silent. We never know if Spanepia grows. I'm just happy to hear Honorable Bongesha saying that there are some that did well. But we don't have a very good follow-up mechanism to know what happens after planting. We came up with pyrethrum, and we said that the game changer in Nyandarua is pyrethrum. During a certain era, children were being educated with pyrethrum. We sang the song. After planting, no progress. We don't have a data of how many seeds from pyrethrum came up. After that, Mr. Speaker, we come up with I quote unquote kafagoho, which is apple. I was with a friend the other day, Mr. Speaker, and he said that he planted some of the seeds. I don't know how true it is, that after 1 feet from time of planting, it bore a fruit. And the day he harvested that fruit, it dried up. So we don't have a very good statistics, Mr. Speaker, to show us, after planting the 40 seedlings per ward, how many have matured up. This is something that, again, we need to do a thorough follow-up and ensure that each and every time that we come up with a project, we use government money, we are able to do a good follow-up to ensure that, Mr. Speaker, sir, we have value for money. And again, Mr. Speaker, as we do these mega projects, it's also good to look at the weather patterns of Nyandarua. You will find that in some areas, you may want to introduce apple fruits, but they might not be doing well in that particular area. So this is something, again, as the Committee of Agriculture, we need to have, any time that we come up with a project, let's ensure that a survey has been done to ensure that this particular project will suit each and every part of our county. And if it doesn't, let's have what suits an area best. As I conclude, there's this issue of AI, Mr. Speaker. I happen to have inquired how well it's being done. And it's unfortunate that those staff who are undertaking this project, most of them are on contractual basis. How I wish we can start, according to what I've heard, and I'm grateful Honorable Ibrahim is in the house. I saw him, I think yesterday, posting a calf that has been born out of the AI service from the county. Why can't we start slowly by slowly getting our own county staff in that very department doing these beautiful things that even Honorable Bongesha has said that he has been served to his animals. I'm also an upcoming farmer, and I would wish we get a staff whereby on a phone call, this person is available. Because at times when you have someone on contractual basis, it at times depends with this person balancing between her work and the work that this person has been given. With that, I really support the recommendation by the committee. Again, we have a very big farm in Nyahururu, Kalro. Let them come with mechanism to ensure that we have certified seeds in terms of potatoes, in terms of what Honorable Kesha has just mentioned on, in terms of avocados, in terms of apples. If at this particular time, Mr. Speaker, sir, we could be having an area in Kalro whereby they've grown apples, and you can go there get these seeds. It will be something that we could be progressing very well. So with that, we really support this report. And I believe after 60 days, we shall be getting a report in this Honorable House of how far the department have gone in terms of implementing this recommendation as they've been forwarded. So it's upon the Committee on Implementation to do a thorough follow-up, so that at least, as we say, as Nyandarua, we are feeding the nation. Through to it, let it be seen that we are feeding the nation by leading from the front. On the issue of potatoes, I think the committee kindly, let's take up this issue. It is something that is tarnishing our beautiful county's name in terms of potatoes, and I've just seen that there's a motion that is coming. But again, as a committee, let's come up with a way to ensure that we are able to clean the narrative outside there about our potatoes. With that, I support Mr. Speaker, sir.
You may call the mover to respond.
I call the mover.
Honorable Kirkamboro, proceed.
Okay, thank you, Honorable Speaker. First of all, I would like to thank honorable members for supporting this motion. Bear in mind, if we do good things for our farmers, we will get eternal life. Because during, we were sworn in holding a Bible, and it said that we are going to do for our people so that they can change their life standard. As I agreed with the honorable members that we have shortage as far as staff is concerned, and it is high time now the county government of Nyandarua to employ these people who are qualified and trained and have a lot of information, because now you know very well things change each and every day. We need to have these information they have, so that when we mix with those of people who are aged, we can have good result. Also on the issue of AI, as I said, we need the governor last time promised that we are going to have at least 2 to 3 AI providers in each and every ward, and we are going to follow up to see that happen, so that our farmers can get services that they require. We have done a lot of as far as road is concerned. Now, these remaining 2 years, let we concentrate with farming, so that we can improve our economy. On the issue of seed and seedling, we urge department to change and to give up these products at the rain season, so that the rate of survival can increase, and we have good result as far as seeding and seed is concerned. So I think I don't have much to say. We are going to follow up to make sure farmers are benefiting with this department. And what we can say is just to make sure each and every honorable members, if you have something that you have budgeted on agriculture and you come out and see it is not working well, make sure you inform us a committee, and we are going to deal with it. The issue of potato, we are waiting to, I think we have a honorable members who is going to seek a statement, so that we can do it according to our standing orders. We can even invite those people who are supposed to come here and give more information. So this is the issue. Bearing in mind, in Nyandarua, you are potato farmers, and especially me. I also a farmer, and I would like to see justice on that field. So thank you, Honorable Speaker, and I wish to move. Thank you.
I now put the question, which is that this House does adopt the report of the Committee on Agriculture, Livestock and Fisheries on the budget implementation for the financial year 2023-2024 as a report of the House, and the recommendations therein as the resolutions of the House. May those of a similar opinion say aye. Aye. May those of a contrary opinion say nay. And the ayes have it. Next order.
Mr. Speaker, sir, under the same order on motions and bills, we have a motion to be moved by Honorable John Gashino, the Chairperson, Committee on Lands, Physical Planning and Urban Development.
Honorable John Gashino. A member on behalf. Vice Chair. Honorable Esther Waithera, the Vice Chairperson, Committee on Lands, Physical Planning and Urban Development. Proceed.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, on 20th September 2023, the Honorable Member Isaac Kamau Mbae from Githioro Ward sought a statement pursuant to Standing Order number 45, and the statement sought clarification on the status of titling of public land within the county, as well as the survey of public land designated for public amenities, including roads and road reserves. In response to the statement, and in line with the Speaker directive issued on the same day, the Committee on Lands, Physical Planning and Urban Development was tasked with investigating the matter and providing a comprehensive report within 21 days. Following this directive, the committee, through the Office of the Clerk, formally wrote to the CCM for Lands, Physical Planning and Urban Development on 20th September 2023, and the correspondence requested detailed information of the status of titling and survey of the mentioned public lands. In response, the department submitted a written report through a letter dated 14th November 2023. Subsequently, the committee held a series of sittings to consider and review the department's submissions. These deliberations formed the basis for compiling a comprehensive report in response to the statement. The final report was completed and formally tabled before this Honorable House in June 2024. The terms of reference, Mr. Speaker, was that I hereby seek a statement from the Chairperson, Committee on Lands, Housing and Physical Planning on the above stated subject matter addressing some concerns, aware that Chapter 5 of the Constitution of Kenya states that all land in Kenya belongs to the people of Kenya, collectively as a nation, as a community, all individual. With the National Land Board advice, the national government of the cooperation with county physical and land use planning consultative forum established by the County Department of Lands in Physical and Land Use Planning Act on number 13 of 2019, noting that the planning of use regulation of community land in the county under the ambience of the Physical and Land Use Planning Act 2019, which mandates the Department of Land on advising the county government on physical land use planning matters and impact the county, issuance of development permissions and other development control instruments under this act with the approval of the county executive committee member, and maintaining a land information system to guide physical land use planning. Appreciating that the Office of the County Secretary and the Department of Land, Housing and Physical Planning have a duty to provide civic education on guidelines and procedures used in ensuring due diligence is done when registering or transferring land for the residents to have effective and impactful understanding on land acquisition procedures. Concerned that the three has been county-wide outcry of public land allocated to private individuals and double allocation of land in urban centers with title documents from the government leading to loss of property by county residents and ending court cases. Arising from the foregoing, I seek that the chairperson of the Committee on Lands, Housing and Physical Planning Development provides the following information. Number 1, a detailed report on each public lands in every ward in Nyandarua County and whether they have title deeds. 2, a report on the land that is leased or owned by cooperatives and societies in the county. Number 3, a report on all the land that has been illegally owned and actions taken to bring back by the public. Number 4 is a report on dams in the county and whether they have title deeds. This is to ensure that donors and NGOs can help build these dams. Number 5 is whether the county government has a land registry where the public can access information and conduct due diligence on all land matters, especially public and community land. And finally, number 6, the steps the county intends to undertake to ensure that the residents are not duped into buying public land or acquiring land which has previously been allocated to other people, thus reducing property loss for the residents. Mr. Speaker, as you know, we have a Committee on Lands, Physical Planning and Urban Development that is led by Honorable John Tugachino as the chairperson, myself, Honorable Esther Waithira Wangari as the vice chair. We have Honorable Ericha Mwangi Nyaga, Hussein Dungo Kasana, Duncan Gideji Chege, Ibrahim Mwangi Maina, Daniel Getau Dungo, Naomi Modhoni Ngatia, Joyce Wachiro Munywa as members. We also have our secretariats, that is Mr. David Mutahi, the committee clerk, and Mr. Nicholas Day, the Hansan reporter. Mr. Speaker, the Committee on Lands, Physical Planning and Urban Development wishes to express its sincere appreciation to your office and the office of the clerk for the unwavering support extended throughout the process of compiling the statement report. Mr. Speaker, the department submitted as follows: a detailed report on each of the public land in every ward in Nyandarua County and whether they have title deeds. Mr. Speaker, the Department of Lands, Physical Planning and Urban Development submitted the following information. It informed us that through the Directorate of Land Administration and Management, it commenced the preparation of the County Land Bank in the financial year 2022-2023, where the technical team was able to collect data from various key players, including but not limited to national land let me repeat that. Various key players, including but not limited to NLC, County Secretary, user departments, handover of the report of 2013 defunct local authority, 2017, 2022 DLAM conveyancing status report, surrendered land from subdivisions and land held at a land settlement fund, formerly SFT, the compilation of the data from the sources mentioned, resulted in a draft public land inventory. The corrected data was then categorized into sub-counties. The data was further categorized as titled land, untitled land, and land under SFT. It was reported that the data is yet to be subjected to ground verification to verify the status, including the particular what such land is, the development status, and the actual land sizes. The department recognizes the importance of ground verification. It also indicated that there is budgetary allocation of 1 million in the current financial year to undertake the ground truthing to pave the way for protecting the land and repossessing those grabbed, those illegally and irregularly allocated. So we have a copy of the zero draft county land bank, which is attached here. Number 2, there was a report on the land that is leased or owned by cooperative and societies by the in the county. Mr. Speaker, the department informed the committee that the zero draft report mentioned previously does not contain any information regarding land leased or owned by cooperative and societies. As a result, the committee has been advised to collaborate with the Department of Tourism, Cooperative Development, Trade and Industrialization, which may process more comprehensive data on this matter. Number 3, Mr. Speaker, the department has identified, number 3, it was a report on all the land that has been illegally owned and action taken to bring it back to the public. It was identified several instances of public land being unlawfully allocated, including parcels such as Olkarau Stadium and various other public facilities in Olkarau Township, the Recall Bolosat Riparian Reserve, the Oljorok Pailetram land, Magomano Primary School land, Mawigu 50-acre land, Nyahururu AMS, Kianda Community Land, Kahu Hoboa Holy CD, Gitro, Githungosho Agriculture Pottery Project, Githungosho Moroto Plots, 14 acres, Yanga Dam, Gatarwa Spring, Moody Forest, which is 200 acres, Olkarau AC Primary Borehole, and the Demi Playing Field, among others. Additionally, disputes have arisen in strategic towns such as Olkarau, Rurie, Kasuku, Kaibaga, Kimathi, Moody, Jawakwe, Igwamiti, and Mirangini. To address these challenges, the department has allocated a budget of 2 million in the current financial year to develop an alternative dispute resolution (ADR) framework. Furthermore, the assistance of the Intergovernmental Relations Technical Committee (IGLTC), the National Land Commission (NLC), and the relevant ministry responsible for lands, the county aims to conduct surveys, valuations, process titles for all public land transferred from defunct local authorities and the national government. Number 4, there was a report on dams in the county and whether they have title deeds to ensure the donors and NGOs can help build them. Mr. Speaker, the department clarified that as per CALC 1 and 2 reports, the public dams identified remained untitled. Nonetheless, during the financial year 2023-2024, a budgetary allocation of 1.5 million was set aside for the Directorate of Survey to undertake survey activities on 20 colonial dams with a target of 4 dams per sub-county. In line with this objective, the department reported that it successfully conducted surveys on 18 colonial dams, which one is in Kipipiri, the other one in Siranga, number 3 in Trasha Monoru, number 4 in Olkarau South, number 165, number 5 is Olkarau South, number 683 and 984, number 6 is in Mawingu Salient, number 7 is Kahuru, Dirisha Dam, number 8 is Olkarau Central, number 9 is Gilgil West, number 10 is Gadaji Dam, Koagara, number 10 is Ibara Kahehu Dam, number 12 Kwa Johanna Dam in Kipipiri, number 13 is Nelson Odinko Tree Dam in Gadara, number 14 is Ex-Major in Rurie, number 15 is Bichun Dam in Rurie, number 16 Mungedo Kirita, 17 is Keja Dam in Gedioro, and Kirengethi Dam in Leshau. Mr. Speaker, additionally, the department is responsible for water and natural resources possesses a more comprehensive list of all the county public dams, which is attached in an annexure. Number 5 was whether the county government has a land registry where the public can access information and conduct due diligence on all land matters, especially public and community land. Mr. Speaker, in response to the inquiry regarding whether the county government operates a publicly accessible land registry for purposes of information, access and due diligence, particularly in relation to public and community land, the department provided the following clarification. It affirmed that the land records are currently maintained under the Directorate of Land Administration, Survey and Physical Planning. It was noted that a portion of these records remains incomplete, having been inherited from the former local authorities prior to devolution. To address this gap and enhance accessibility, the Directorate of Land Administration and Management had allocated funds in the financial year 2023-24 towards the digitization of land records and the improvement of land-related services in alignment with the provisions of the County Services Charter. Number 6, it was the steps county intends to undertake to ensure that the residents are not duped into buying public land or acquiring land that has previously been allocated to other people, thus reducing property loss for the residents. And Mr. Speaker, in response to the inquiry, the department indicated its commitment to enhancing public awareness on land-related matters through the implementation of civic education initiatives, specifically in the form of land clinics. These land clinics are intended to be conducted across all sub-counties and will focus in key thematic areas including land allocation, special planning areas, settlement fund trustees, SFT matters, physical planning, surveying and relevant road laws. To facilitate this initiative, a budgetary allocation of 1 million has been provided in the financial year 23-24. The department further reported that the preparatory plans are currently underway. Mr. Speaker, on this, I think there was a typo error because it's not supposed to be 2023-2024, it is supposed to be 24-25. So the department further reported that preparatory plans are currently underway to roll out these land clinics at the sub-county level with a long-term objective of expanding the outreach to the ward level in subsequent phases. Mr. Speaker, the committee had some observations and findings. And one, the committee in public land inventory tightening status noted that the department has made significant strides towards the establishment of a county land bank, having initiated data collection in the financial year 22-23. The conclusion of data from critical stakeholders such as NLC, that is National Land Commission, County Secretary, that is CALC 1 and 2, user departments and reports from defunct local authorities demonstrates a commendable effort towards consolidating public land records. However, the committee also observed that while a draft public land inventory has been developed, it remains unverified. Ground truth finding exercises, which are vital for confirming the exact location, ownership status, usage, and acreage of the parcels, have not yet been carried out. The committee welcomed the department's allocation of 1 million in the financial year 23-24 for purposes and for this purpose, and emphasized the urgency of executing this verification to safeguard public assets from encroachment and illegal acquisition. Number 2, lack of data on land owned by cooperatives and societies. The committee observed with concern that the department has not provided any data concerning land owned or leased by cooperatives and societies. These gaps suggest a lack of interdepartmental collaboration and data sharing mechanisms, particularly with the Department of Tourism, and which the committee has now been advised to the department has been advised to consult. This fragmentation of information could hinder comprehensive land governance and accountability. Number 3 is illegal allocation of public land. The committee takes notes of several parcels of land that have been lead flagged as unlawfully acquired, including prominent and strategic areas such as the Old Crow Stadium, Recall Bolsat Riparian Reserve, and multiple allocation parcels in Old Crow Township. The surrounding township and surrounding regions. The identification of these parcels is an important step, but the committee stresses that there is need for timely and firm action to reclaim these assets. Number 4 is survey and dams titling. The committee commends the department for surveying 18 out of the targeted 20 colonial dams at the 1.5 million budget allocated in the financial year 23-24. This proactive approach is crucial for facilitating donor and NGO support, which often requires clear land ownership documentation before investment. Nonetheless, the committee noted that the surveyed dams remain untitled, highlighting a need to expedite the next phase of the process, including registration and issuance of title deeds. Number 5 is about the county land registration and digitization effort. The committee acknowledges the department's effort to digitize land records and enhances transparency through the development of a county land information management system. The combined budgetary allocation of 7 million across the components, that is policy development, digitization of existing records, and system implementation, is a positive move or step towards modernizing land administration. That said, the committee observed that the success of this initiative will be contingent on both technical capacity and stakeholder engagement. Incomplete historical records and legacy issues inherited from defunct authorities could delay the full realization of these efforts if not addressed systematically. In conclusion, the committee acknowledges the efforts made by the Department of Lands, Physical Planning and Urban Development in compiling and submitting information regarding various aspects of land management within Nyandarua County. However, the observations made by the committee underscore critical areas that require attention to ensure effective governance and protection of public land. Thus, the committee recommends, Mr. Speaker, based on the submissions received, the findings made, and the conclusions drawn from the committee, the following recommendations are proposed to enhance effective land governance management in Nyandarua County. 1. That the County Executive Committee member for Land Physical Planning and Urban Development does expedite ground verification and finalization of the public land inventory within 6 months. 2. That the County Executive Committee member for Land Physical Planning and Urban Development does establish formal mechanism for collaboration with the relevant departments to ensure data consistency, completeness, and effective joint planning within 6 months. Number 3, that the CECM for lands does move beyond the survey stage and initiate the process of titling and ensure key public assets, particularly colonial villages, colonial dams, riparian reserves, and other strategic parcels, prioritize the delineation and fencing of these parcels to prevent further encroachment, illegal allocation, or land grabbing within 6 months. These recommendations, if implemented promptly, Mr. Speaker, and comprehensively, will strengthen the efforts in ensuring secure land tenure, improved transparency, and protection of public assets for the benefit of all residents. So, Mr. Speaker, there is some annexures here that shows most of the public lands, dams that has been maybe looked into, and their current status, from each and every sub-county going down to every ward. And with that, Mr. Speaker, I call the seconder, Honorable Ibrahim.
Honorable Ibrahim Mangimaina, proceed.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, from onset, I do second this report of the committee. Putting in mind that if we get the required solutions as per recommendation by the committee, we are able to secure mostly on all the public lands within the county, that's including the public amenities and also the dams. And with proactive actions by the department, we are able to secure all these plots. Mr. Speaker, you see, as we continue, we require to have all this information within the county. We are supposed to have the data within our registries here in the county. And we recommend that the committee, the department, should continue engaging the other inter-agencies so that we also have to have a data bank, large data bank within the county. And Mr. Speaker, of recent, we have seen people going allowed even trying to get allocation of public lands, even dams, and to secure all this, we are supposed to move very fast and have this information secured. And for that, I do second.
The motion is duly moved and seconded. I now propose the question that this House does adopt the report of the Lands, Physical Planning and Urban Development Committee on the status titling of public land in the county and the survey of public land meant for public amenities, including roads and their reserves, as a report of the House and the recommendations therein as the resolutions of the House. Honorable Steve Murithi Matimu.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I want to really thank this committee. Today, they've done us proud. It's one committee that we've been having push and pull all through. The only concern that I have, Mr. Speaker, is if you look at the tail end of the report, whereby we have specific wards and specific sub-counties. We don't have a column for the dams in Olkalau, Rorie, and Kaimbaga. So we humbly request the committee to maybe later on furnish us with the dams. And from the report, Mr. Speaker, you can see if we are able to do as they have recommended, we are going to ensure that all our dams are well protected. And from what I've just seen, in fact, like the report that we had earlier on agriculture, with the dams that we have, we can be able even to do irrigation on our farms and sustain our farms throughout the year. So with that, Mr. Speaker, I really support the motion and I call the mover.
Honorable Esther Waithera, proceed.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I also wish to thank the member for his contribution. Indeed, that concern is very genuine because I think there was an error somewhere because it was supposed, the column for the Olkarau sub-county was supposed to be there, and so I request the necessary thing to be done. Mr. Speaker, there has been a great concern concerning the land registry because members or the public from Nyandarua County are forced to go all the way to Nyahururu to seek RAD matters information, in fact including titles and most of the things. However, in this report, Mr. Speaker, I know you've noted that there is some budgetary requirement that is required so that we can move the land registry from Nyahururu to Olkarau because right now it is being harbored within the land administration offices, which should not be the case because we don't have secure facilities even for our titles here. So I urge and request this honorable House to support and to continue supporting this department in matters concerning budget so that they can be able to accomplish their request and their will concerning the registry issues so that it can be moved from Nyahururu, which is in Laikipia, to Nyandarua in Olkarau, which is the headquarters. So, Mr. Speaker, with that, I thank the committee, I thank your office, I thank this noble House, and I move. Thank you.
I now put the question, which is that this House does adopt the report of the Lands, Physical Planning and Urban Development on the status titling of public land in the county and the survey of public land meant for public amenities, including roads and their reserves, as a report of the House and the recommendations therein as the resolutions of the House. May those of a similar opinion say aye. Aye. May those of a contrary opinion say nay. And the ayes have it. Clerk, next order.
Mr. Speaker, sir, we've exhausted the business as indicated in the morning session's order paper.
There being no other business to transact during this sitting, I now adjourn the House to Tuesday the 10th day of June 2025 at 2:30 p.m.
Had all the reasons to do the rebranding.
The meaning of our colors is as follows. Green symbolizes abundance and agriculture as the economic mainstay of the county. Yellow symbolizes hospitality of Nyandarua people. Gold symbolizes winning spirit